Because the last part of the somatic coaching, not the advanced one, we'll do that later, is the dancing score, which very much is I associate with you, a kind of amazing change process. If I can just throw in whatever, I actually remember there was this unusual time when I was in NLPU 2007, and I was supposed to work with a practitioner. And this man was literally an engineer who worked at Audi, a German man. And he said, I want to do the dancing score with you. And he had such precision. And at the end of it, I felt transformed. And he was the practitioner. And I thought, wow, this is good. So there was a kind of natural skepticism that I had. I was a bit in my head and so on. But when I started seeing, and certainly over the past 20 years or so, I've seen so much, how so often people who are in their head use their mind to block change, but the body doesn't lie. So there's something powerful about the somatic, the dancing score. I mean,
let me say something about the score in case people don't know, what the score is, and a little bit about archetypic movement that relates to that. So the score as a model, if you think of a timeline in front of you, you're just sitting here and you got time in front of you, and you have something that's bugging you called a symptom. Maybe you're bugged about something right now. Maybe you're tired because of all this COVID crap. Maybe, who knows? But you go, yeah, there's something going on, and that's kind of the symptom in the moment. Something causes that to happen. Could be something that happened yesterday or 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. But you go, something holds that in place that I've learned from somewhere, but it's holding it in place in my present. So I have a cause and I have a symptom. Then there's something I want instead. That's an outcome. That's good old NLP, present state, desired state. Here you are now. What do you want instead? Where do you want to go? So then I have a cause and I have a symptom and I have an outcome or something I want instead of this problem or this symptom. And if I get to that outcome, let's say I want more confidence, let's say, okay, now if I have more confidence, what are the longer term effects that will have in my life, right? So when I look at that timeline and go, I have a cause back there somewhere, I have a symptom that I'm experiencing in the present, I have something that I want, that's slightly in the future, and then I have effects of that, which would be longer term future. And then I have the space in between. What is going to happen in that space in between is a resource. What resource does Judy need in order to move from one side of this landscape, we could call it, over here is a landscape of a cause and a symptom. And over here, I'm trying to get to another part of the landscape called outcome and effect. And I need something to emerge. I need some resource or something or resource structure to move from one side of the landscape to another. So first of all, the score as a model was a conceptual model. It was designed as an information gathering tool and a way for me as a coach to organize information. So I go, oh yeah, that's part of the cause. Oh yeah, that's where the person wants to go. So I could just kind of capture things that were coming from another person and have a way to organize that. But to embody something means to move it from rumor or concept to the body. That's what embodiment means. So I go, what happens if we embody this concept? What happens if I take the words away and I dance this? Which means that there's two archetypic movements that happen here. One is in dance, to take a step back means to reflect. So even as a professional dancer, to take that step back archetypically means it's a moment of reflection. To take a step forward, to commit to the timeline, to step into the problem, for example, and really connect to it, that's to take action. And those are archetypic in movement. To take a step back is to reflect, to take a step forward is to act. So when the person connects physiologically into the deep structure and just allows the deep structure to show the movement that naturally comes out of that space, whether it's closed or something because it's a cause, whether it's open because this is an outcome or effect, that I'm going to now bring these movements together into a dance. There's one trick here, though, good trick, which is I'm a body in time and space. That's what I always have to remember. I'm a body living in time and space. So I have the time here outlined, called the timeline, and then I begin to create the spaces. And then I slow way down. I get very, very slow and bring my awareness very inside and notice how my body wants to connect the space, not how I think I should connect it. And many times people will kind of go through the dance the first time and I'll say, what did you discover? And they'll go, something happened, but I can't say it. I don't have a word to describe it. I go, good, but something happened. Can you describe what happened? Maybe they can, maybe they can't, but there's an awareness, a deeper knowing. And that's the somatic world. It's a deeper knowing. Dance it again, do the movements again. A little bit more emerges, especially if I slow down. I've created the space. I mean, this is the thing about change for me is if I have a problem and this is the problem, how my body would say it, how do I create some space around that so my body can move? Just like Mr. B looking for that edge. Where's that edge? Where can I get some more space here, right?